So with this past weekend being the Beyonce takeover, I didn't want to just come here and do a review of Next Chapter and Life is But a Dream. I thought, let me switch up, let me do something a little bit different. I wanted to come and give you 4 things that I learned about Beyonce after watching Life is But a Dream. So obviously, the Next Chapter interview came on first, and I thought to myself, I didn't see the point in it. It wasn't necessary, really. That's the first time I've actually watched an interview by Oprah and thought, that's not necessary. I don't think we needed it, because she's asking questions about a documentary we hadn't seen yet, and obviously there were questions that we already kind of knew about, but I just felt like what she should have done actually is done the interview after the documentary live, if possible. I mean, it's Oprah, she can make things happen. She could do it live afterwards with questions coming from Twitter and Facebook, people's initial reactions and asking questions on what they felt like they wanted to know more about. Seeing as Beyonce is being so open, I just felt like her doing the Next Chapter interview just was like, I'd rather just watch the documentary. Sorry, Oprah. The question I would have had is, what's her relationship like now with her dad? What is Beyonce and Matthew Knowles' relationship like right now? I didn't get that from the documentary. That's the only thing I can say I didn't learn anything about, apart from the fact that it must be hard to fire your family. That is the one thing that I learned from that. But I would like to know what their relationship is like right now, because that would have been really, really good to hear that in the documentary. But either way, I mean, there are some things you got to keep private, I guess, and that's between her and her dad. I'm going to get to the 4 things that I learned about Beyonce, or learned from Beyonce after watching Life is But a Dream. It's okay to be vulnerable. It is okay to be scared. It's okay to open yourself up in a way so that people can get to know you a little bit more, and just, not just that, but just be able to be free by just being honest with yourself and honest with the way you feel and your emotions at any given moment, at any given time. If you're excited, be excited. If you're sad, be sad. If you're happy, be happy. If you are on the verge of a breakdown, you need to talk to somebody. Keep a diary. It is good to write things down, or at least speak to yourself from time to time and get all your emotions out. Like Beyonce used her computer as a diary. You need to get things out. Even I have a journal. Like it's good to just get things out of your system. Like when you know you're feeling a certain kind of way, or when you've got too many things going on, you need to get these things out of your system. Even though it's good to be open, it's good to keep some things sacred. I really respect the fact that she's sheltered her relationship with Jay-Z. Even though they're married, and it's true there are some things you can't even run away from, some things you shouldn't hide from. I understand the whole aspect of keeping your relationship and keeping it private, but once you get married, it's good to be a little bit more open. But there are some things that are just between you and God, you and your spouse, your partner, you and your children. There are some things that you just need to keep for yourself. What she said is true. Everybody does want to be happy for you, and they want to share in your joy, and they want a piece of your soul, if I could actually say that. Whereas she gives us 110% all the time, so I feel like it's good that she keeps some things to herself. We are all the same. Everybody is the same. We experience the same hurt, we experience the same grief, we experience the same joy, the same happiness. Although our happiness and our joy may be in completely different things, we all experience the same feelings all the time. Beyonce is one of those stars that no matter what she does, it's either going to be wrong, it's going to be like, here she goes again, or it's like, I don't believe it. No, that's not true. We just see her as, we see her as this emotionless being that is just built to entertain us. But really and truly, there's so much that goes behind everything. We all commend her so much for her work ethic and her drive and everything, which she actually said, is all thanks to her dad. But, we are all the same. We have to respect each other's privacy. We should respect the boundaries that are set up in people's lives, and also respect the fact that, you know, people, as human beings, every day we give a part of ourselves to other people. And, you know, Beyonce doing it at the scale that she does, going on stage, you know, however many times a night within this space of a year, she'll just go out there and bear all on the stage, and people will still sit back and be like, she wasn't really pregnant, she wasn't this, she wasn't that. And I'm always one to say, anytime people ask me about things like that, I'm always one to say, I don't care. What is happening behind closed doors is not my business. My business is that she gets on stage and she performs and she kills it. So, you know, we are all the same. You know, whether or not you want to think about it as, you know, it's nice that she actually showed her stomach as well, because, you know, she showed that she was pregnant, and she expressed her excitement, and I think that is nice. But yeah, those are the 4 things I learned about and from Beyonce in this Life Is But a Dream documentary. All in all, I must say, it was a nice effort. I think she did a good job with it. It was so much different from anything we've ever seen Beyonce do. She revealed herself in such a way. I remember when 4 came out, and I was telling a friend, Beyonce is really starting to be open, because we're so used to her being this, you know, we're used to knowing what she's gonna do. We know what to expect from her, and she's really given us things that we don't even expect from her. And it was lovely to see baby Blue Ivy looking so cute, looking exactly like a nice combination between her mum and her dad. At points, there was even one shot I was like, oh, looking like baby Drake. But but she has a beautiful family, and she has a beautiful life, but she is human. She is human. She breathes the same air. Blood flows through her veins just like all of us. She feels, she hurts, she enjoys life. Another thing I learned, actually, this is a extra one, a bonus one. Always, set goals. Live expecting something, if that makes sense. Like, live with goals set up for yourself. Like, once you do something, look forward to the next thing. But however, while you are where you're at, enjoy that moment. Stop and smell the roses and enjoy it, and just be satisfied in knowing that you are where you're supposed to be.